In a world that feels more complex by the day, the very architecture of leadership is changing. It's shifting beyond just what we know or even what we do. It's moving into a deeper kind of intelligence, one that's all about our ability to see what's truly possible. And today, we're going to explore that new architecture together. It all really starts with this idea of courageous curiosity. It's about being willing to trade that illusion of control for the real power that comes from connection. See, this isn't about having all the answers. Not at all. It's about having the courage to ask the right questions, and that always begins with ourselves.
So the ground beneath our feet is definitely shifting. And for anyone in a leadership role, that shift is creating a new and, frankly, urgent imperative.
For decades, leadership was really built on a fear-based model, right? It was performance-driven, it relied on your title, your authority, and the comfort that comes with feeling certain. But here's the thing. That old model is fracturing under pressure. The new standard that's emerging is courage-based. It's presence-driven. It trades control for conscious inquiry and positional authority for real relational influence. This model doesn't just survive uncertainty, it actually thrives in it.
Now, this shift we're talking about, it's not just a change in style. It's really the activation of a new and, I think, much higher value intelligence for leaders.
Just think about how leadership has evolved. It used to be defined by knowing more, having the most expertise. Then, the focus shifted to doing more, driving action and execution. But today, the most critical skill, the real game changer, is the ability to see more. To see the people, to see the hidden potential, and to see the possibilities that everyone else is missing.
And this is where we need to talk about gratitude, but probably not in the way you're used to thinking about it. We're not talking about a fleeting feeling here. We're redefining it as a strategic soft skill. It is the very lens of awareness that allows a leader to see more. It's the capacity to see and acknowledge the greatness that's already in the room, and then use that recognition to fuel everything that really matters: engagement, collaboration, and genuine innovation.
Okay, so this brings us to the really crucial question. How do we take this from a powerful idea and turn it into a disciplined practice? How do we actually operationalize it?
Well, we build this competency across 3 distinct dimensions. It has to start at the personal level, with presence, the foundational practice of just showing up fully engaged and observant. From there, it becomes relational, through acknowledgement, the simple but incredibly powerful act of giving credit where it's due. And finally, it becomes systemic, when we build an infrastructure of recognition right into the cultural fabric of the organization.
And when those 3 levels, the personal, the relational, and the systemic, are all working in harmony, something really powerful happens. We stop just managing individuals, and we start unlocking the collective greatness of the entire team.
So here's how practical this can get. The Greatness in the Room framework gives us 5 core behaviors. It all begins with your presence. It requires an openness to letting other people's views inform your own. It gets activated through acknowledgement. It naturally leads to true collaboration, and it creates a growth orientation, where the excellence you see in others becomes an inspiration, not a threat. This right here is the blueprint for psychological safety.
And this is the principle at the very heart of it. Greatness doesn't just add up. It actually multiplies when it's seen and when it's named. You see, recognition isn't just a reward you give after a job is done. It's the fuel that shifts a team from being a group of competitors into a community of contributors. It creates this whole ecosystem of belonging where people feel safe and activated to bring their absolute best.
So let's zoom out for a moment and see how these practices come together to create a blueprint for transforming an entire organizational culture. This table just illustrates the systemic shifts so perfectly. In a courage-based culture, transparency replaces secrecy. Vulnerability, that courage to be present instead of perfect, replaces just performing. And authenticity replaces that exhausting, endless pursuit of perfectionism. These aren't just feel-good values you put on a wall. They become the new operational standards that allow a culture of gratitude to really take root and flourish.
So, we end here. And this isn't a prescription, it's an invitation. Every single room you walk into, every meeting, every team, it holds this incredible reserve of untapped greatness. The only question that really matters is a personal one. Are you, as the leader, ready to see it? Because when you are, that's where true leadership begins.